Okay, it is live right now. We'll try again.
I don't hear the echo, so I think we're good.
Okay, where do we,
We'll do roll call for attendance.
please?
And Clemens, I'm sorry, where did you say you're located?
It is live right now. We'll try again.
Flint, Michigan.
I don't hear the
It's
echo.
coming in again.
Okay, where do we,
We'll do roll call for attendance.
please?
And sorry, it just keeps repeating itself. Okay. Do you want to, we can continue the meeting and record it and then post it on
I
YouTube
think, I
or,
think that's probably the best course of
I
action.
do too.
okay.
Must be something wrong with the Zoom people. If they did it downtown yesterday too.
All right, it should be. Okay, we are good.
Okay,
And Mr. Dickerson?
Here, Genesee County Road Commission.
Keeler?
Flint, Michigan at my home.
Neely?
Wards Creek at home.
Nolden?
Flint, Michigan County Building.
Washington?
my home office, Flint Township.
Okay, that is everybody.
Thank you. Public notice, including participation in today's meeting, was posted in compliance with the Michigan's Open Meetings Act. As of 8 a.m. today, we have received 0 public comments via email or phone and 0 requests to call for public comment during the meeting. So with that being said, let us go ahead and proceed through our morning's agenda. We've called the meeting to order at 10:05. There was no schedule for public comments, and let's look at what's your pleasure on the consent agenda?
Move to approve.
Support.
If you can figure that one out, good one.
Who?
I
I
support
think
it.
Commissioner Neely was first.
I'll support it.
Okay. There's been a motion and a support for the consent agenda for today's meeting. Roll call, please.
Clemens?
Yes.
Dickerson?
Yes.
Keeler?
Yes.
Neely?
Yes.
Nolden?
Yes.
Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next, we have the director's report.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm on my iPad this morning, so I thought I'd give you a little background to look at. That's out my window here.
Looks good.
It was pretty nice. It was really nice when the snow was on the ground. The first item I want to talk about this morning is we'd like your approval for amendment for the City of Parks Parks Agreement.
I'll move it.
Support.
There's been a motion and a support for the approval of the amendment to the City of Flint's Park Agreement. Roll call, please.
Keeler?
Wait, let's have some discussion,
Yes,
maybe.
yeah.
Okay, is there any discussion? Sorry, Mr. Keeler.
Hey, Barry, am I wrong here? But when we had the little problem of not enough money coming in a few years ago, and we kind of backed out of this and then kept doing it, and then I was told that some foundations stepped up. Isn't this about the same amount of money?
Yes, the Bond Foundation provided a grant to the City of Flint they could give to us to keep this program going. So we maintain the Max Brandon and all the parks along the river.
But isn't this about the same amount of money we were getting before? What was that, about 2 years ago when we said we can't afford to do it for this price?
No, we weren't getting any money. And then the grant
Okay.
provided a grant to the city to backfill that we were spending out of our general fund to do it.
Okay.
And just a note that I just realized that we are asking to buy 8 mowers, and we forwarded that information onto the Board of Commissioners for approval, but we did not get it on this agenda. So we will have it on the next agenda for the Park Commission because we were waiting to get this money from the city before we purchased some new mowers. So we're gonna buy 4 mowers out of this money and 4 mowers out of the park commission funds for just general use mowers. So I just want to inform the park commission that we kind of got ahead of ourselves on that mower requests. I got on the county board of commissioners before I got on the park commission. We'll correct that at the next meeting. But back to this is a parks amendment to take care of what we've been doing for the last 5 years, and it's worked out pretty well. And I think the commissioners know that the city is happy with the job we've been doing for them.
I think people that live in Flint are happy with the progress we've made with the parks. They look fantastic.
They really do. Do you, Commissioner Washington, to Barry, with the piece with the mowers, because we had the issue with the Board of Commissioners meeting yesterday. We have a special Board of Commissioners meeting next week. So, if you had gotten it on there, we probably could have approved those mowers too. Just a thought.
Well, what happened is we've got it on the Board of Commissioners agenda, but we didn't get it on the Park Commission agenda. So we got you guys at the board looking at it before the Park Commission, and I don't like doing that.
Okay.
But so that's why I wanted to let you know that we do have the funds. And you guys are generally pretty agreeable about letting us buy things that we need. But I didn't want you guys to see it on the Board of Commissioners agenda before you had a chance to even think about it.
Okay, and then just another point of information. The mowers, the older mowers that you have, are you replacing mowers, or this is just adding to? Are you, the older mowers, are you getting rid of those and buying these new mowers to take their place, or?
Yes, so what we're gonna do is when the new mowers come in, then we'll take some mowers out of service, the same number, and we'll put those up for sale.
Okay, how do you do that for sale? Just wondering.
We use we took a page out of the Road Commission's book and we used Gov Deals. And we put it out for auction on Gov Deals. And we've sold the last batch. We got pretty good money for it. And it was from municipalities from out of state bought them.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But anybody can bid on it. It's not exclusive to the municipality. Anybody that gets on Gov Deals can purchase one.
Well, these things end up new more than cars, don't they? More than trucks. They're expensive.
Well, the latest versions we bought, Toro was low, and they came in at $18,500, which is actually $1,500 less than the mowers we bought last year from Kubota. So we've been, we're pretty frugal around here about what we get. Try to be.
That's still a chunk of change for a lawnmower.
It is. It is. Any other discussion?
Yeah. Good.
Comments? Thank you. Sorry, Commissioner Keeler.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I know you're trying to get under that 6-minute mark, but we're not going to let you.
You ain't gonna make it.
But that's done. That went by the wayside 20 minutes ago. Okay. Roll call, please.
Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Neely.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you. Motion carries. Barry?
All right. The next item, we're requesting your approval of Crossroads Village annual pass pricing and information. We reworked the annual pass and we had to refund it last year because of course people couldn't attend Crossroads Village. So we've revamped the annual pass program and we want to launch it, but we need your approval before we can do that.
Anyone?
Move it.
Support.
Support. Keeler supported. I'm sorry. Okay, there has been a motion to approve the parks, the Crossroads Village Annual Pass information as presented, as has been reworked. Any questions, discussions, comments? Roll call, please.
Neely,
Yes.
Nolden, Washington,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
and that was a yes from you, Nolden, correct? Okay,
Can't hear you.
You're muted. It sounds like.
Oh.
Yes. I don't
there
know
you
what,
are.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go up and come back in. You guys can hear me.
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
now we
but
can,
we
now we
didn't
can
hear
hear you.
Don't go out. Don't go out, please.
You guys
Just stay
play too
there.
much.
Okay, motion carries. Barry,
All right, the next item, we're requesting your approval for a Parks Partnership Agreement with the Sloan Museum Auto Fair.
Move it.
Support.
there's been a motion and support to approve the agreement. Parks Commission for the Sloan Museum Auto Fair. Any discussion, any questions, any comments?
Yeah, Barry, when will this auto fair take place? Is it over a weekend?
Yeah, June 19th and June 20th.
And
And they've,
is there a fee in order to bring your vintage vehicle out?
you know, I'm not sure about the fees. I'm just sure about what money we get and what money the auto fair gets, but they've been pretty happy with the turnout, and it's worked out financially pretty well for both of us.
Okay.
You know, it gets more people out here, and they're happy with the space that they have, and you know, the way we treat them out here.
Okay.
That gonna work, even though COVID's winding down a little bit, it's still gonna work in this period?
Oh, I think so. Because all the people that have antique cars will have their shot by then. Right.
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Poor Commissioner Clemens, the only one that's out of the game here.
No,
He's
I
under.
already got mine.
Oh, okay. Well, see, he's.
I don't have mine yet either.
No? Okay.
No, we're on the list. We've got people trying to get us on quicker list.
After this, Mike, give me a call or give Dominic a call. We'll take care of you.
Okay.
And Keela, for a small fee, I'll give you a couple shots. Okay, you know what?
Is that out of a bottle or
Did
come
you
in a
find out
syringe?
from Abbott?
There's been a motion and support on the floor. Roll call, please.
Nolden,
Yes.
Neely,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Washington.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Motion carries.
Okay, the next item is we're requesting your approval for a Parks Partnership Agreement with Southern Lakes Parks and Recreation in
Move it.
regards to,
What?
There's been a motion and support to approve the Parks Partnership Agreement with Southern Lakes Parks and Recreation. Any discussion, questions, comments?
I would just let
Clarification?
the commissioners know the reason we're doing this is it gives us more points for our application, for a trust fund application so that we can get funding to build these pickleball courts that they're asking for down there. The partnership agreement adds points to our total.
Okay, all righty. Roll call, please.
Clemens,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes,
Dickerson,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Neely.
Yes.
Okay.
thank you. Motion carries. Barry?
The next item, we're requesting your approval to go forward in the bidding phase of Wolverine Campground upgrade of phase 1.
Move it.
Support.
There's been a motion and support on the floor to approve the bidding of the Wolverine Campground upgrades phase 1. Are there any questions, comments, discussions, points of clarification?
Is this going to impede people from camping at any portion of that?
No. No, we'll be working, if the construction is done during the camping season, we'll provide portable restrooms for use for the one bathroom that'll be affected.
Okay.
Anyone else? Thank you. Roll call vote, please.
Neely,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes,
Dickerson,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Okay.
thank you. Motion carries.
The next item is we're requesting approval of the Wolverine Campground Phase 2 expansion. And I'm going to take the contract amendment out of this because since we printed this and sent it to you, the engineers have called us and said that they had another addition that they left a portion of it off, which was the electrical engineering portion, which is another 20,000. So we'll reprint that and we'll have that on the actual amendment, a contract amendment on the next Park Commission meeting if the Park Commission approves this expansion.
I'll move
Okay,
it.
Support.
there's been a motion and support on the floor for the approval of the Wolverine Campground Phase 2 expansion with an amendment of the contract agreement being resent out with H2A Architects for engineering services. Did I get that right, Barry?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Dickerson,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes,
Neely,
yes,
Washington,
Yes,
Clemens.
Yes.
Okay,
thank you. The motion carries. Barry?
All right. Next item is we're requesting your approval of agreement with Ticket Web for a day out with Thomas.
Move it.
support,
Motion and support to approve the agreement with Ticket Web Incorporated. Any questions, comments, discussion? Thank you. Let's do a roll call, please.
Nolden,
yes,
Neely,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Clemens,
Yes.
Washington.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you. Motion carries. Keep moving,
Next.
Barry.
All right, the next item is we're requesting your approval for a Parks budget amendment to accept funds donated to the Former Nature Preserve.
move it,
or
Support.
There's been a motion and support to approve the parks budget amendment. Questions, discussion, points of clarification? Okay. Melissa, can we have a roll call, please?
Clemens,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Dickerson,
yes,
Nolden,
yes,
Keeler,
Yes.
Neely.
yes,
Okay,
Thank you all very much. The motion carries. You're next, Barry.
The next item was we're requesting approval for a professional services contract with Jack Pine Lumberjack Show for the June 13th and 14th Crossroads Timber Days show.
move it,
Support.
There's been a motion and support to approve professional service contract with Jack Pine Lumberjack Shows, the month of June. Any questions, comments, points of
Barry, you get-
clarification?
Barry, you gonna be doing any log rolling?
I'm not coordinated enough to do that. I think that's for a younger person. Maybe Commissioner Clemens will come out and show us how it's done.
Don't quite have the balance or coordination for all that.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh.
And the rest of us don't heal well after we fall.
I don't bounce like I used to.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Dickerson,
yes,
Neely,
yes,
Clemens,
Yes.
Keeler,
Yes.
Nolden,
yes,
Washington.
Yes.
Okay,
Just speaking about that, we don't heal as well. I'm now in the process of therapy because I've got a torn meniscus
Oh.
in my left knee from college ball and racquetball. So the doctor says, more than likely, your racquetball days are done.
Ooh.
You might have to check that pickleball out now.
No, any sharp turning, no, I'm done. I'm through. I want to be around for a while.
Well, you think we can get him on a bike?
Oh, yeah. I got a new spinning bike, man. I just bought last week.
Plenty of trails out there.
All right, we'll try it. We'll hook you up with it. Okay, go ahead, Barry.
The next item, we're requesting a parks expense over 10,000 Carter lumber.
move it,
Support.
Motion and support for the parks expense over $10,000 with Carter Lumber. Any discussion? Questions? Points of clarification?
Just so the commissioners know, you see these lumberyard things coming. There's only 4 lumber yards in Genesee County.
yeah,
And the park rule or the county purchasing rules are anything over 30,000 has to be bid out. Anything over 10,000 to one vendor has to be approved. So we started out the year that we can only buy 10,000 from each lumber yard without requesting approval from the board. So then once we get past 120,000, we run out of room altogether for buying anything unless we go out of county. So they've kind of got us in a purchasing trap here, and we're just trying to follow the rules and make sure that we can get the material we need to do the repairs and things at the county. So we're not trying to pull any fast ones on anybody. We're just trying to follow the rules and get things done. And I'm just doing this for Commissioner Clemens' sake, you know. I wonder if he's got any cheese for my wine here. I'm always whining to him about purchasing.
Oh, Lord, okay. All right. Melissa, roll call, please.
Neely,
Yes.
Nolden,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes?
Clemens,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you. The motion carries. Thank you, Barry. Any old and new business, Barry, for us?
No, we're just really starting to, now that the snow is melted, we're getting out, we're processing wood, cutting some wood and making a firewood for the campground, getting ready for that, doing some work at the campground to get ready for opening. We're interviewing seasonal employees and getting everybody online, and I think we're going to be just swamped this summer. Everybody's going to be out, and we're trying to get prepped for it. I think it's going to be a great summer for everybody. Everybody's getting their shots. Everybody's getting excited. I'm excited, and so is everybody around here.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this is an opportunity for any of the commissioners that want to address the commission. Commissioner Neely,
No, thank you.
Commissioner Clemens,
Nothing at this time.
Commissioner Keeler.
Hey, Barry, we were riding along the trail between like Dord Highway and Hamilton, and somebody has been in there, it looks like with some type of a chipper. Was that us? Been chipping some of the smaller trees back? No, I wouldn't even say trees, more bushes, and probably somebody's been in there chipping. Is that us, or is that the city?
We hired a contractor to go down the trails, at different areas where they were encroaching over the trail, the trees and what have you. And they had a mulching head on it, the same thing as the road commission uses along the roads.
Yeah.
And we like to do that in the wintertime when there's not a lot of green on, and we try to cut. So then when the green comes back, it won't be in your face when you're trying to ride.
And then somebody else did it over by Chevy Commons, and I think that may be whoever does underneath the power lines, because it seems like it was most predominantly done underneath the big power lines that run through there.
Yeah, consumers have been they've had a lot of contractors out clearing under their lines.
But I think overall it's going to be good for everybody because it peels it back off the trail and opens it up a little bit. So,
and if you've been down Bluegill Road, you'll notice the same thing. We've really cut that back so that we work on that every winter. We try to pick a trail or a roadway and do a certain amount every year so that we don't have the leaves and the trees hanging in the roadways and pathways. Make it so you have sight distance, and it makes things nicer for everybody.
All right, I'm good.
Commissioner Dickerson.
I'm good. AJW. How is Mr. K doing?
Getting a little bit slower, and starting to forget it just a little bit more. So that's becoming a little bit more of a challenge. And for those of you, that's my father-in-law lives with us. He's been with us since July of 2018. And of course, prior to the pandemic hitting, in full force, last February, he had brain bleed from both sides of his brain. And he had surgery in February. Prior to that, a quadruple bypass.
Wow.
And he's literally last man standing of all of his siblings. He and my dad were close. And of course, my dad passed away in November of 2016. So he's last man standing. And it's, without being condescending, it's like trying to take care of a child. Okay, and I say that with, as much affection and sensitivity as possible. But it's all good, you know. It's all good. So as long as I keep him moving, you know, get him out and about, and you know, let him eat some of his favorite things, he's good.
Is he still watching Gunsmoke with you?
Yes, sir. So in his case, we record Barnaby Jones,
Barnaby
Annex.
Jones. Wow.
Cannon,
So way back, boy.
Bonanza,
I'm about to Google Barnaby Jones.
Gunsmoke.
Might not even be on the Google anymore.
And so when I want to relieve some of the tension and the pressure, I'll for those of us, no disrespect, Commissioner Clemens, but for those of us, you know, Saturday morning cartoons come back on.
Oh,
And they come on every morning on METV at 7 o'clock in the morning. Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry and all those other folks.
oh,
Sometimes
man.
with all this
The
foolishness,
Guns.
you gotta have some laughter, okay?
Yeah,
All
life is-
right. Thanks for that answer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Nolan.
I just have two things. One, Barry, I know that we get like a little stipend for doing these meetings. Do we still get those now because they're virtual?
Yes, and you'll find them, they don't cut a separate check, it's in your paycheck.
Uncle
Well,
Sam gets most of it.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering about that because I couldn't remember. I know that we had moved it and we were supposed to be getting it in there, but I haven't never, you know, when I look at the check stub, I don't never see where it's a separate line item where it was added. But okay, that's one. And the other thing, Mike, can you give me a call as soon as we get off the line and we'll get you taken care of? 252-5170.
252.
5170. And between Commissioner Clemens and I, we can probably get you scheduled and you probably get your shot tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
And Mike,
And
go ahead, Commissioner.
have you had yours?
Getting ready, the 20th, I get my second one, probably at Flushing High School.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
And I know, Cloyce, you've been taken care of, right?
Yeah, I got mine last Thursday.
And Barry, I know you're good too, right?
Yes.
And I've had my two already.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I don't know why you're the last one.
Yeah, I just got out of the woods, man. You know, when you cross country ski, I was happy just staying away from everybody, me and the squirrels and the chipmunks. And so I come out and, okay, now I got to deal with people. So now it's time to start getting on lists.
Okay, yeah, but give us
But
a call and between Commissioner Clemens and I, we'll get you scheduled.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All
Stay
right.
away from them black squirrels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I know.
They don't run. I'm telling you, they don't run from you.
They scare me.
They fight.
Yeah, they don't run from you.
At all.
Hey, Mike,
Yep.
Yeah.
if you still need to, 513-4816. Get you that shot.
Yeah, I'd rather get one in the arm than through a little, a little bottle.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay,
And I look for the call, Mike.
Okay, thank you.
I have nothing for the commission. If there are no objections, let's call the meeting adjourned.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.